Alright, guys, well, this is not about birds or quails, but I had an interesting dream, and this is about, um, I don't know, last night I just prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, show me what must be done. Okay, like, what's going on with the rapture, and what will happen? What would it be like when, something deal with, like, what must we be done? Like, what do we have to do before, this happens? And so I prayed on that and I went to sleep. And the first thing, the first kind of dream, because it was kind of like a set, was not really, I don't really remember, but it didn't really, I don't think it went with the rapture or the tribulation or anything like that. But the second dream really did it. We were playing, it was like a family party. And to me it looked like it was at night, but it was, the house was light and my family members were there, okay, and I was just sitting by the corner with my cousin Josephine, which I usually do hang out with, and my two other younger cousins, Sonali and Nadia, and they're younger age. And now we were having a great party. I mean, it was like one of those family not really reunions, but family parties, like someone's birthday. Um, there was food and so forth, and we were just talking, having a good time. There was like little kids, just playing and stuff. And then Nadia told me, like what, because I was gonna go to high school, and she says, "What is the high school gonna look like?" Well, I said, "Well, there's two levels, But I told her she was around, she was a fifth grader at the time, and I said, I said, "Oh, well, you." Now this really shocked me, though, and it really got to me strong. It was like, and I told her, "Well, you're never gonna go to the high school because Jesus is gonna return sooner than that." And then all of a sudden, I got now that was that scene. But if I read the Bible, you hear Matthew 24 here. I'll turn to it. It says, "For as it's in Matthew 24 verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving marriage until the eating, until the day that Noah entered the ark." Now we weren't drinking, obviously we were kids, but we were having a great time. Like we did not know anything, but we were just having a great time. So I think that really shocked me, and I said, "Wow, I really said that in my dream," and it really got into me too. And then all of a sudden we're in another scene, and it looked like we're in a city, and it looked like it was summer, even though it's August, late August now. But it was really bright and it was sunny, and it was a city. I don't know, I can't tell what city it was, but it was a city. There was buildings and it was cars, and it wasn't my whole family. It was just me. I don't know. We were driving, and it was one of those jeeps where like I can't tell, but yeah, like there was glass on there, but it all of a sudden broke or something. The glass like shattered. We were. It was chaotic and all. It was me. I was sitting on the right side by the right by the window, and then my sister Smith was sitting right here, or on the left of me. There was four of us, and then Josephine was one that was driving for some reason, and she was on the left side of Smith, and then on the other end was Sonali, and she was really quiet in the scene. She didn't talk much. I felt like she wasn't even there. Um, and then all of a sudden we were passed by, and I saw like guarding these buildings and everywhere were these Islamic um, soldiers or something. It looked like they were like in some group. You know how there's ISIS and Shiites, but it really, to me, it looked like there was another group, but it was Islamic, okay, and they had guns and really looked intimidating. It looked like they were taking over the city. And then there was a lady who drove by, and there was a man. I don't know. It was like an Islamic young teen, and he was like shooting. And then this woman, she had pink on shirt, and it came to like right here, like the shirt that went to. I don't know. She was wearing that, and she was wearing these brown pants, and she was, I would say, kind of obese. Okay, she was okay. She was, but then she had beautiful brown hair. Like she looked like a normal, I don't know, someone that you would see in your neighborhood. I don't know, something like that. And she was very nice. She looked very nice, and then she took a gun out and shot the young teen. Well, she was right by us. And I don't know. It felt like there was like you weren't killed because you had some type of transcript or you had some type of um I don't know, some pass or something, passport or something, that you weren't killed. And so this woman came and she shot him and she looked at us. And there was glasses shattered in our car because of the gunshots and stuff. And she looked at us and she was not going to shoot us. She looked at us and she says, "No, this is right." And she said, it was like, I think to me it was like a pass. Like, I don't know. Like, she looked at us and she says, "You got the Hogwarts?" And Josephine said, "Yeah, we got the Hogwarts." And I'm like, whoa, because now Harry Potter in those, that's sorcery. That's sorcery and occult. In the Bible, that's no sorcery can go to heaven. So I was like, well, what does that mean? Are we, if you're in the occult or something, or what, to be passed? I'm not sure. Because I knew that I was a Christian at the time, and I knew this was somewhat to be, because I know it says in the Bible, I forget what scripture, I'm going to search it up, but it says that there will be a time when nations will will just be against each other. Nations to be against each other during the last days. And now I knew that this wasn't, maybe it wasn't the tribulation. To me, it could have been after the rapture, but I knew that if the rapture was happened, I would have been taken. So that really shocked me, and that doesn't mean I'll be left behind. I know I won't be left behind, and we have, you have to pray on that we're worthy enough to escape what is going to come afterwards, such as the tribulation. And so I think the Lord was just showing me, what could possibly happen, when Islamic control. Because if you didn't know, Islam is growing horrendously. There used to be, I remember, I think it was like a 2000 some record thing about the religions, and there was about 2 billion Christians out there, and about 1.5 billion Islam. And so nowadays it's about more than 2 billion Islam. So I think the Islamic control had to do something with it. And all of a sudden we were driving, and we were it looked like when you're driving out of a city, and there's highways that leave, and there's cars leaving too. I don't know if they had the transport or whatever. And as we were driving in, I was thinking, are we gonna go to your house, Josephine? Because her house was like kind of private, it's kind of full of trees and stuff. And she didn't say anything. And all of a sudden, I looked at it, and there was like this, I don't know, there's like a pond by the streets or something. There was like someone fishing. And I wondered, well, what does that mean? And he caught a fish, and it was a small fish, and I was like, what does that mean? So I'm still pondering that. I started to search that up. And all of a sudden, the dream was gone. I woke up. And I do heard that there was a prophet, I don't know, I forgot his name, but there was a prophet who said that people will move away from the cities during the last days. And will just go away from the cities. And go to maybe the countryside, or even up in the mountains. So I thought that was something to do with it. And I'm not sure. So the name Josephine, which is my cousin's name, it really shocked me when I searched it. It says the English form of the French is Josephine, but the feminine form of Joseph, which is Joseph, so this is the feminine form of Joseph, and which is derived from Hebrew Yosef, which means God will add or God will increase. So that I really pondered on that. I said, well, Josephine was the major one. Well, I didn't know if Hogwarts was that, or she had or the other lady, the pink lady, was a Christian too, and told her that she was a Christian. And that had to do something, or God maybe was Josephine and took us out of that situation of this exam control and brought us out. Maybe that could be in it. I'm not sure. But it just said God will add or God will increase. And then I searched up the word Samantha, and Samantha means, no, she wasn't talking. She wasn't talking much. It was usually Josephine. And I tried to search up the name Sonali. It didn't really work well. Or now means I couldn't find it because her name was spelled differently. And the name Samantha is an Aramaic baby name. In Aramaic, the meaning of this name Samantha is listener. So I think all this actually was listening or some sort. Now I've got to search up my name and see what my name is. So I'll do it really quick now. Okay, so then my name, Brandon, means derived from a synonym and place name based on an Old English for a hill covered with broom. Broom is a proflic weed, also from the beacon. So I'm not sure what that means. If you guys have any questions, we want to pray over this dream that, maybe something's out of it. Maybe Jesus or the Lord is showing us something. So, yeah, God bless you guys. Love you guys. And, let's just, I'm trying to ponder on this dream still too. So, thanks.